That's what we're gonna see.
Would you retire if you win?
Probably. I'd at least think about it. I'd at least just be like, can I do some more commentating or something? Can I do some more commentating? Mama said I look good in a suit. I don't think she want to see her boy getting punched on TV, getting beat up by old men.
Whoa, that is trash talking at its best. But before we start, thank you again for the support. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the latest boxing news. Exposing Keith Thurman against Manny Pacquiao. And what we're gonna do is what we always do. Take all the evidence that is in the internet and expose it to you for your own convenience. Now, we understand that WBA welterweight champion Keith Thurman is gonna be consolidating belts against regular WBA welterweight champion, 8th division world champion Manny Pacquiao. Now, Keith Thurman is 29-0 with 22 knockouts. He's 30 years old, straight up in his prime. He's an orthodox fighter. He is listed number 7 as a welterweight in the world, but that is due to his 2-year layoff. Now, we all know, and this is no secret, that Keith Thurman does not allow you to adjust in the first few rounds of the fight. He comes very aggressive, throwing combination. He loves to mix his left hook after throwing his overhand right, and this thing he likes to do at the beginning of the fight. Now, we all know that once he do these things, the other fighter, if he's still standing, he is going to try to retaliate. And that's when Keith Thurman does the slight change of changing his overhand right into a straight right. He also started relying on his jab in order to set this straight right. He also counters very well using his right uppercut when fighters are coming reckless throwing combinations. Keith Thurman does not allow you to adjust. When you want to take a break, he will swing an overhand right, and when you think you are gonna retaliate, he will set you up with his jab and lateral movement. He is also very successful of keeping his opponent on check, thanks and due to his power, because he does have respectable power. But like every fighter, there is some bad habits that Keith Thurman does when he is doing all of these things. And one of the things that he do is to keep his guard down in exchanges. He will throw some flashy combinations with a lot of power, but while he do it, his hands are down. And then after he do it, he also pauses, and he is also used to do it against fighters that throw 2 to 3 punches combination. But what's gonna happen when you exchange combinations against Manny Pacquiao, a fighter that's gonna throw 5 to 7 punch combination, and if he gets to hit you with 2 or 3 of them, he is gonna keep on going non-stopping from every angle. And I think these are the little things that Keith Thurman is overlooking. Now, I know Keith Thurman can hurt and stop Manny Pacquiao at the beginning of this fight. There is no doubt about it. But due to this little habit that Keith Thurman does, he could also get hurt in the beginning of this fight. And we all know what happens when Keith Thurman gets touched. He starts retreating. He's get on his bicycle, and of course we cannot blame him. If the man is hurt, he needs to survive. There's no problem about that. The thing is that he never finds a way to really get out of that retreating. He cannot make it so apparent that he is hurt. And I'm afraid that if he does that against a fighter like Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao is going to take complete advantage of situations like this. Because another thing that Keith Thurman does when he is hurt or appears to be hurt is to back up straight up, back up, and he gets caught with all sort of straight punches. And we all know that Manny Pacquiao have some of the fastest, best straight punches there is in the business still today. And I really just don't think that Keith Thurman has faced a fighter like Manny Pacquiao, as fast as Manny Pacquiao. You know, a fighter that won't hesitate once you get hurt. Manny Pacquiao, if he hits you with a clean punch, he's gonna come after you. You know, this is the Manny Pacquiao that is trying to get Floyd Mayweather out of retirement. This fight here could bring another $200 million to Manny Pacquiao campaign for his political status in the Philippines. So I believe that Manny Pacquiao is gonna play no games with Keith Thurman if he sees Keith Thurman in a position that he could get hurt. Now Keith Thurman could try to make this easy for him and make it a boxing fight or boxing match throughout the whole fight. But the thing is that Keith Thurman, it is a successful boxer, don't get me wrong, but he is not as aggressive. When he is boxing, he seems like he's on the bicycle. He doesn't throw enough punches, and I think ultimately that will affect Keith Thurman. His output punch will decrease if he gets on this bicycle, and he will be doing nothing but the same thing Adrian Broner did, which was gun shy, didn't throw enough punches because he didn't want to get embarrassed by the 40-year-old man. Also, I don't want to forget to mention, like Floyd Mayweather said, Keith Thurman has a problem holding and tying his opponents up. And if he wants to keep Manny controlled, he's gonna need to hold him in the inside. And he doesn't do that very well. Every time he does, he gets punched from every angle. Not to mention, Keith Thurman last time when he faced a southpaw was Luis Colasso, and Luis Colasso had that opening to land that left to the body, you know. And before that southpaw was Robert Guerrero, a fighter that he could not stop either. The last southpaw he stopped was Carlos Quintana back in 2012. Nonetheless, Keith Thurman was out of the ring for around 22 months. He did make a comeback against Josecito Lopez, but this is not like the type of comeback like, for example, that Andy Ruiz did, and then 6-7 weeks later he was fighting Anthony Joshua, that he stood active. You see, Keith Thurman did a comeback fight against Josecito Lopez in which he was almost stopped by the lesser opponent. And not to mention, that was 7 months ago. So it's not like he's staying fresh. It's not like, you know, like Andy Ruiz, that it was perfect for him. And even though Keith Thurman is very outspoken, I must say that, you know, it seems like it's all a show. I really don't believe anything this man is saying. This man doesn't seem hungry. This man doesn't seem like he wants a legacy after the Manny Pacquiao, whether he wins or loses. He has even talked about retirement. So I don't know. I cannot say that I'm confident about Keith Thurman beating Manny Pacquiao. Thank you for watching.